In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily control the depth of your holes on an engine lathe. The first thing I need to do is load up a center drill so I can locate the center of the part for my drill bit. Now the final depth of the hole today is going to be 0.750 or 3/4 of an inch. I did not mark the drill bit with a Sharpie or anything, but I am looking at the dial that's on the tailstock as I'm feeding in, and I'm just making sure that I don't drill beyond 3/4 of an inch. I also should remind everyone that we do not measure from the tip of the drill bit when we're talking about the depth of a hole. It's from the shoulder of the drill bit. So you only measure the actual complete hole diameter when you're talking about the depth. Now it is extremely important that there are no chips in the bottom of the hole and that there is not a burr on the end of the part. If you measure down against a chip or if you measure on top of a burr, that's going to be an error that will mess up your final results. Now while I take this measurement here, I am not able to get in the position I want. You can see I have a camera on my compound and it's causing me to have to work around it in some weird angles. I'm also just using my calipers for maximum accuracy. A depth micrometer would be much better. However, you'll see with this process, it's easy to get within 10 thousandths of your target dimension. Now, I'm calling my measurement 0.565. There's a little bit of a glare, but I'm the one holding the tool, so that's what it felt like it was. Now, I need to subtract that number from my final hole depth of 0.750, and that's the distance I need to travel further. I'm going to spin the camera a little bit so you can see the tailstock. Now the tailstock is loose and you're going to see me jiggle the handle, but it's very important that you understand that. And I'm going to rotate the handle and feed the drill bit into the hole till I hit the bottom. And then now I'm actually pushing the tailstock away so I know there's no slack, and then I lock it down. After it's locked down, I'll be able to turn my attention to the actual dial. Now on that dial, each mark represents 0.001 or 1/1000th of an inch. So if I rotate that dial to 0, which I'm doing right now, and then I back away one turn, please never forget you got to back away because we are touching the bottom of the hole. So now when I start up the machine, it's not going to be making contact. Yes, it will be rubbing, but it's not making contact on the tip. I'm going to spray a bunch more coolant, and I'm going to turn the machine on, and then I'm going to feed in to my calculated depth. Notice right at that 0, you heard it squeal. And then everything beyond that, of course, is cutting metal. And I feed up to my number, which should be giving me a hole depth of 0.750. Be very cautious when you're blowing into a blind hole or any cavity for that matter. I'm able to get my body in a little bit better position here, but I remember it was still feeling very uncomfortable with the camera in front of my face. Um, but what you're going to see here is I settle on a dimension of 0.753. On that very first touch, it was at 0.753. Always take a measurement like this, maybe 3 times to get 100% confidence that you're pretty consistent. I know that 100% confidence and pretty consistent kind of contradict each other, but you should get my point. And then another 0.753. And that's how it's done. Just follow these steps and you will hit your dimensions.